Hi, I'm Patricia Rosatello. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to like, react, share this, and feel free to ask me questions as we go along. Leave comments. I really love to know what people are thinking, what questions you've got. And because I often have issues when I don't say this, gentlemen, sorry, pretty face is taken. Okay, so today we are talking about what to look for in your perfect JV partner. I have touched on this a little bit over the last week or so. Today we're talking about, like I said, what to look for in a joint venture partner. It just kind of assumes you have a pool of prospects. Even if you don't yet, you still need to know what you're looking for. Maybe you're just starting out and you're putting down thoughts about your ideal JV partner. This is a lot like dating. It's like looking for a spouse. When you're doing business with somebody, it's virtually identical to being married, except you don't get to, have the fun stuff. Okay, so what to look for in a perfect joint venture partner. I have a list of a number of aspects to consider. I'll go through them just super briefly. This weekend, I will have a training over in the group. If you look down in the comments, you will see a link over to the group. Go join it, and you'll get in on that training. So aspects to consider in a joint venture partner include their tech and the resources. I mean, this is a bare minimum qualification. They need to have the tech that you need. They need to have the resources that you need. You got to have, you got to have what you got to have for the reason that you're looking for a joint venture partner. And basically what a joint venture does then in regards to this is it allows each partner to concentrate their resources in the area where it has the greatest competence, while it can diversify into attractive but unfamiliar business areas. You need to have a mutual need. Okay, so you both partners, need to have some kind of identifiable similar need, with each partner supplying unique capacities or resources. Both of you have to be vested in it somehow, so that you're both willing to keep working on it, and the need needs to be balanced. Okay, so if one party needs the other party more than the second party needs the first party, it's going to be unbalanced, and it's not really got a good likelihood of working. So you want to look for a mutual need, and it needs to be balanced. Financial capacity, among other things. You want to avoid what we call an anchor. An anchor is a partner that's likely to slow the venture growth and the development due to, an inability or an unwillingness to provide their share of the funding or resources or whatever, right? Okay. Relative size. It actually works best. You have a best chance of success if both parties are comparable in sophistication and size. Typically, large companies work better together than middle size or small size. When a small company decides to joint venture and chooses a similar sized partner, so another small company, right? The companies frequently, instead of, highlighting each other's strength, they magnify each other's weakness, which is not what you're wanting. Then, of course, you have the elephant and the ant complex, where, you've got a huge corporation and you've got a micro business, and it sets you up for all kinds of disasters just waiting to happen. You need to have complementary strategies and operating policies. Okay, so achieving a fit between companies' objectives, first off, is necessary. And compatible partners are ideally those with similar values and objectives, both long-term and short-term. So this is a big reason why a small company, like a micro company, or like maybe a solopreneur, doesn't work well with a big corporation, because your corporation lives on bureaucracy and things take time. And the solopreneur or the small company is used to making snap decisions. Okay, snap decisions. When they have to move the glacial pace of a big company, it just drives them insane. They start, following up, and then that makes the big company freeze. And then you've got a breakdown in communication, and then it just goes all to hell. So, relative strategies and operating policies. Then we look at communication barriers. Okay, so because a joint venture is by nature a fragile agreement, communication problems make the operation even worse. So what kind of communication barriers do you have? You've got ethnic. Okay, so like a company from the States working with a company from Japan. Okay, so you've got cultural, ethnic issues. You might have language issues. You might have corporate cultures, different kinds of corporate cultures trying to work together. It can be really, really frustrating. And that makes it harder to carry out what's already a fragile creature. Compatibility of management teams. I think it kind of says for itself. I mean, if you've got, one corporate culture where everything's open and everybody knows what's going on, and you've got another where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, yeah, we're asking for trouble here. And then certainly trust and commitment. It's the last on the list here, but in my book, it goes so far. If you don't like the other party, regardless of how awesome the thing could be together, don't do it. Just don't do it. And it's easy to lie to yourself. But when you find yourself, sniping at them, or there's this infighting going on, get out. Just get out. Don't do it. Just get out. Because if they can't if you can't trust them, if you can't find a way to trust them, they aren't going to trust you. And then again, this fragile little creature, this agreement that you've got, it's going to die. It's not going to work. Everybody's going to be ticked off. It's just disaster waiting to happen. So those are some of the aspects that one needs to consider when you're thinking about going into a joint venture. Join us this weekend over in the group. Again, the link to join that is down below, and we will go over these in much more depth and hopefully help you steer clear of some disasters. Thanks, and have a great day.